haven't even grasped everything that's happened in the last year until I wrote it down to talk to you guys about this video. Woo! Hold on, let me just breathe for a second. I am so excited to be doing this video. I think I'm shaking a little bit because I'm nervous. It's time to check in since the last time I told you guys about my content creator journey. As you guys know, the last video, I was 1 year into content creation. Now I am 2 years into being a influencer, content creator, entrepreneur, businesswoman, whatever you want to call it. It's a mixed bag of beans. So in this video, I'm pausing, I'm taking a moment, I'm having a moment of gratitude, I'm having a moment of, damn girl, you've been through some shit. Whatever this may be, but this is a moment I just need to pause in time and really reflect, and I want to do that with you guys. I want to have this intimate moment with you, and I hope I look back at this video and say, girl, we got so much more to tell y'all. So let's get into it. Before I made this video, I only had like 5 things that popped into my mind. And then I started writing, y'all. No, you probably can't see this, but the list, baby, we got stuff to talk about. July 2021, that was when I had hit my basically 1 year of being a full-time influencer, putting my heart and soul into everything. I left off with signing with an agency, super major accomplishment. I had just landed Sephora Squad, I believe, and I was freaking out about that. I think I was maybe thinking about hiring someone, I don't know. I knew that I needed a manager. I needed someone to step in, advocate for me, represent me to brands so that I could get back to the job that I love, which is content creation. You guys know that I'm a content creator. It's what I love. And I felt like I was hitting that area of like, I'm either going to burn out or I'm going to outsource. So I signed with an agency. It was a huge accomplishment. I realized, okay, I have a manager, but low key, I still need more support. I had been working with someone as kind of like a intern to assistant position, and you guys probably know her and have seen her in many of my vlogs, but I hired on Sade, which is our assistant at the time. She was an assistant. She's now our community manager. But we won't talk about that yet. She was an assistant at the time. She came in with some graphic design experience. I was excited. I had no idea how to manage anyone. I had no idea how to train anyone. I didn't even know what I needed her to do, but girl, I knew I needed help. Those PR boxes were staring at me. Campaigns were getting crazy. I was booking so much through Sephora Squad. I couldn't upkeep with my work, and I felt super lonely. No one really knew my world, and when I would vent to people about work, they would be like, huh, what are you talking about? And I just wanted someone in it with me. I didn't know what it was gonna turn into. I didn't know what her role was gonna turn into. I didn't know what my role was gonna turn into, but I wanted someone just to be in it with me. And Sade was the best person that I could have found at that moment. I also hired another person. I knew that I wanted to get into YouTube. Hey, here we are, family, still kicking. But at the time, listen, YouTube was looking real scary. I had TikTok, I had Instagram. I didn't know how I was gonna manage another platform. It's a lot. It's a lot of content. And it's different types of content. You got video, you got reels, you got YouTube shorts now, you got long form. It was super overwhelming. And so I knew that if I was going to do YouTube, I wanted to commit to being consistent. I didn't want to do YouTube and post one video and never come back for like 3 months or just like disappear on you guys. I wanted to show up, and I knew that I could not depend on myself to edit those videos, get them out quickly every single week. It just wasn't gonna happen with everything else that I had. So I found a YouTube editor, Julia. You probably saw her in my last vlog in Miami. And she was absolutely an amazing addition to the team. So at this point, I'm getting my feet wet, you know what I'm saying? I got a little squad rocking with me. Honestly, the anxiety was high. The anxiety was not good. I didn't know what I was doing. I was calling my friend Shay, as you also know, who's on my team now. We'll get to that. But I was calling her being like, what am I doing? Am I in over my head? Can I actually pay these people every single week? Do I even know how to write a contract for an employee? It was a lot. I turned to my resources. I kept asking questions. I didn't give up, and I just stayed consistent. I'm super proud of myself because I feel like those first 2 months that I had my team initially were probably the most aggressive months of growth that I've ever had. I had to be organized. I had to know what was going on. I had to know how to delegate. Can we talk about delegation? Nobody talks about how hard that is. to be able to delegate tasks that you yourself probably could do faster because you have to train that person, right? So I would catch myself like being like, I'll just do it. And then I had to have this conversation of like, if you never give anyone time to grow or take time to learn this for you, you're always gonna be doing this task. That's not the point of hiring people. You gotta get over it. You gotta get over the control. You have to let people try. You have to let people make a couple mistakes along the way too. And so I learned a lot about patience, and I learned a lot about trusting. I really put my heart into my team, I think those first couple of months, and I was completely transparent. I let them know, listen, I don't know what I'm doing. So if something doesn't work for you, or the way I'm managing you makes you uncomfortable, or it doesn't work for your speed or whatever, you gotta communicate. And so it really required us to have to talk a lot. Moving into November, my friend Shay, she was very involved in my life from a like venting perspective. She just kept telling me like, girl, just hire me. Okay, she has plenty of years. She's had 5 years of experience in the industry, way more than I have. She was basically already kind of working on my team because she was advising me on a lot of stuff, but she was like, 1 day a week, I'm gonna put the offer on the table. And I kept saying like, I just don't know. You're my friend. You're like my sister. If this goes south, like, where do we go, girl? Like, what are we gonna do? And she was just like, I'm just gonna put it on the table. And I kept thinking about it. It just got to the point of, do you want someone in your corner that truly sees you, fully you, as a individual, as a content creator, I was a fiance at the time. You already have trust in this person. Your guys' communication is next level. So it was just like, you know what, let's just take a chance. Let's just take a chance. We'll do 1 day a week. And this is probably one of the best decisions I freaking ever made. I'm telling you right now, looking back on it, it changed a lot about our team. I was nervous, right? Because I'm a new manager. I'm managing someone that's very green in the space. And we have this person coming in who's like a sister to me, but she has 5 years of experience, and she could get into my business and say, girl, what you been doing? But honestly, I think it gave me and Sade a level of confidence having someone on our team that truly understood the industry. For her, it was really just like, I have experience. I'm gonna make sure that I advocate for you as talent. Bringing her on, I was a little bit nervous about merging Sade and Shay together. I had to explain, to Sade, this person's coming in with a lot of experience and she's gonna tell us when we're doing shit wrong. I've actually hired her for that. Hiring Shay in November was amazing. And at that point I was like, oh man, low-key, I got a lot of people on my team. I had Victoria, my photographer. I had Shay. I had a trainer at the time for my wedding. I just think we've had such a good year. So much has happened, signing with an agency. I thought I was gonna make 100K in my first year, and I'll tell you the number that I actually made. But I knew I was coming up on some big accomplishments, and I wanted to celebrate the people that listened to me vent or helped me in some way or another. So I was like, let's have a team dinner. We need to celebrate each other. It's not just gonna stop at a team dinner. We're going to the club. I'm getting a table at the club. We're going out. Plan this beautiful team dinner. It was at Yardbird, one of my favorite restaurants in Dallas. The room was candlelit. It was gorgeous. Everyone came in. The energy was amazing that night. We went out. We had a freaking ball. The best part about the whole thing is Anthony flew in my mom. My mom came. That shook me. I want my mom to be proud. I don't know if you know African mothers, but they're kind of brutal sometimes, and they don't really say how proud they are unless they're super proud. There's no foo-foo compliments left and right. If you get a compliment, you better hold on to that one because you don't know when you're gonna get the next one. And I felt like when she was there and she saw it, she was shook by what was even going on. She couldn't even conceptualize what I'd been doing the last year. And that meant the world to me. It was the perfect way to close out my year. It was also around my birthday too. So it was just a really good collection of energy to send me into the next year. So at the end of that year, I wanna make sure I get this number right. My first year of basically influencing, full year, first time, right? So 2021, I closed 430,000 plus in brand deals. That number is low-key shocking. I was always someone that told myself, if I make 100K, I'm good. I'll be solid, I'll be a good wife. What else do I need to do? That's enough for me. I didn't really conceptualize money. To be quite honest with you, my partner was the one in charge of everything, and I put a lot of pressure onto him, and I think it was just a phase in our life. But I did put a lot of pressure on him to figure out finances. I did put a lot of pressure. Okay, if I make 100K, I've done good. He's like, you know, he can take care of the rest. I was in low-key some stereotype gender roles. Like, it wasn't good. I look back at it and I'm like, thank God I got out. But I really thought 100K was everything. Being able to make that much, things that I put into the world and people that I brought into my circle and people that I connected and networked with it and leaned on got us there. Like, I didn't get there by myself, but at the end of the day, I trusted myself to get there. I was feeling pretty good, honestly, going into 2022. I was like, man, this last year's been crazy. 2022, I don't think it can get crazier. Like, I'm gonna get married, sure, and I'll probably just continue on this path. I'll probably, you know, set some goals, whatever. We can be aggressive with our goals. I don't even know if I'm gonna hit it. I've had a good year, right? January 2022, my wedding was 4 months out from that point. I had my bachelorette trip in Cabo. Bachelorette trip, litty like a titty. We were in Cabo, it was fabulous. I came back, I had Justin and all my friends. I was like, yes, this is gonna be a good year. We just kicked it off, right? Cabo's amazing. If you haven't been, book a trip to Cabo, that's all I'm gonna say. So for my revenue goal for the year, I said, okay, I wanna make $1 million in brand deals, sign. That's not including monetization. That's not including affiliate linking. That's not including side products or assets that I sell, right? Nothing, just brand deals. I wanna do $1 million. You know, I haven't met any of my community. I've been doing this through the pandemic. I don't know faces. I wanna know you guys. I wanna see you guys. I wanna feel your guys' energy. Like, I just feel you through the phone. It's not the same. So I was like, I gotta throw a meet and greet. And I was like, I'm gonna do it in 3 weeks in January. What was I thinking? Came back from my bachelorette, realized the COVID variant was a serious thing. Like, I had big ideas, but once they started setting in, I told my team, I was like, I think we gotta abort this. We gotta push the date out. We gotta reschedule. And listen, I just trusted my instinct. I just was like, this ain't right. Somebody ain't right. And I trusted my instinct. So I ended up pushing out that date to March. I was like, let's push it to a date in March. It'll give time for this COVID variant thing to do its thing. And we'll start working on this a little bit later. The other thing I decided at the beginning of the year was that I was gonna be super consistent on YouTube. Year 2021, you guys saw me. I was spotty over here. But this year, I was like, every week, I gotta do my best and my all to get a video out to y'all. I'm so proud of how we've been doing, y'all. We've been doing it. The other thing that was amazing that I did in January is I signed as a launch partner for Sephora Squad. Year 2, baby. That was the best email I could have gotten at the start of the year, is that they were considering me as a launch partner. Are you kidding me? They want me as a launch partner? I didn't even know I was doing good. Then a couple weeks after that, I get another email and they're like, we would like you to be the nationwide ambassador for Sephora and Kohl's. We're launching in all the Kohl's stores. Excuse me?
Woo! What up, everyone? We are at the Sephora Kohl's event in Dallas. This is the VIP experience. It's your girl T here because I'm gonna be walking you through the whole thing today. We have some really exciting news. Kohl's is launching 400 new locations of Sephora across the nation by the end of the year. This is super exciting because not only are you gonna have Sephora easily accessible, there's some huge perks that come with this. I have the VIP experience that you guys can see behind me. Super exciting. We're gonna talk with some brands today, some of my faves.
I signed 2 major deals in the first month of January. I mean, I hit my number. Like, for January, if you do $1 million, you can do the math, break it down by month. I hit my number clean. I was floored, like, done. To the point where I'm like, I basically made, in the first month of January, what I made the first half of the year last year. Brain is spinning. Another focus and another goal for the top of the year was that I wanted to implement very strongly and heavily company culture. Now that my team was growing, it wasn't just me and Sade, I knew that it was super important that as we continue to grow and scale, that company culture is a priority. So imagine being at a place where you love your job and the company culture is amazing. I wanted to create that for my team. I'm happy doing what I'm doing. I want my team to love what they're doing. And I want our company culture to be strong, because with those 2 elements, I honestly think anything that you put your mind to, you'll get it done. You cannot be a manager and not take care of your people. They will not care about you, and it shows that you don't care about them. And that's just pure facts. So I knew that I wanted to implement our little like tea party happy hours once a month where we could go and get like drinks somewhere, or we could go to dinner, or we could do a staycation or whatever. I knew that I wanted to do that. I told my team I'm really excited for this, and they were excited as well. Was a major month in my life. A lot of milestones and amazing things happened. It really did set me up for a successful year. Coming February, if you guys know, I love traveling. It's been something that's been near and dear to my heart. I have a hard time breaking into travel content. I'm a consistent traveler, but I'm not as aggressively traveling to like these international vacations, right? I travel a lot domestically, and I do travel internationally, but a lot domestically. So it's always been something that I've wanted to lean into or explore. And in February, I got super lucky that Vegas, literally Vegas, like the place, reached out to me, and they were like, we would love for you to come and enjoy Vegas and capture all of your moments, you and your fiance. Game on, I'm there. Pick me up, take me to town. I don't care, I'm there. Me and Anthony went on like, I would say the first business trip that I had where he could come, and we just had the most amazing time in Vegas. If you've never been to Cirque du Soleil, you gotta go. If you've never done the high roller in Vegas, you gotta do it. Everything is amazing. The Bellagio waterfall, everything. Cosmopolitan, chandelier bar, go. I don't care. We had a ball, and I was like, you know what? This was so much fun. I was so inspired by that trip. I was just like, I can't wait to do more things like this. It kind of made me feel like, okay, like maybe you could do travel content. It gave me a little bit of a confident booster of like, yes, it may not be super tangible. You have your wedding in a couple months and all these things, but you should really think about this. Also in February, I was like, listen, I'm tired of people going to my little milkshake Linktree website looking thing. And it may have been a premature move, because I think a lot of people get like major websites later on in their career, maybe not on their second year. I'm like, listen, what I am gonna do is reinvest my money back into the business. I'm not just gonna sit with a pot of gold and stay complacent. I'm gonna push myself, I'm gonna push my business, I'm gonna keep growing. Invest the money up front. It's gonna be expensive, it's gonna take a couple months, but let's build the website. We locked in that Life of Tanya Marie, boom. We went into production, I had my team on the calls, they were helping. We thought about all the elements of the business. How can we host them all in one place? How can we make this super consumable for you guys, that you feel like you have a home to go to if you're looking for anything that is a reflection of me or my brand or my team? It was amazing to see that come to fruition over the next couple months. The launch was super, super successful. And I'm so proud of myself for just doing that. I think it's changed a lot, really created a seamless experience for you. And that's the most important thing for me. I want to be able to be a resource for you and it not be difficult. March comes around. I'm getting aggressive. I'm like, you know what? We need more people. I want to hire another person. I had the experience to hire, interview, all of that. I was like, let me start training my team on what this process is going to look like for someone to come onto my team. Built this whole interview process, and I knew, okay, let's get these resumes start coming in. So we had resumes coming in March, and I was like, we will take this interview process all the way through May. When I come back from my trip, we can make that hire. So that's what we did. At the same time in March, we were also wedding planning aggressively because my wedding was 1 month out. Appointments freaking everywhere, making last minute decisions, Amazon orders like crazy, insanity. To the point where I said, looked at my team and said, I think I need you to be a part of the process of my wedding planning because my brain is turning to mush. So I finally looped in Shay, I finally looped in Sade with my wedding planner, and then watching them seamlessly work together, my heart perfectly blended, like a perfect concoction. It was great. It was amazing. It was really good to loop in my team at that time for wedding planning. In addition, we were also planning a meet and greet. The meet and greet was like 2 weeks before my wedding. What was I thinking? I'm crazy. I don't know why we did that, but we did that. rocky start to our events. I won't lie about it. I had put my trust into someone that I don't think was actually ready for the job, and it didn't match up as well. And that's just honestly the truth. My team and I and this person pulled it off. We completely pulled off the event. The event was honestly seamless. No one even knew anything that was going on behind the scenes, but it was a little bit tough for me because I kind of felt a little bit of friction internally on my team as far as with this person that we were working with. I don't ever want things to get awkward. I don't ever want things to be, I gotta be a manager right now vibes. Like, you know, that part is hard for me to do because I love my people and I had to be a manager. It pushed me to really be protective of my foundation that I'm building. It pushed me to say, don't just let people in so soon. So I really had to kind of have a reality check of, ooh, I don't ever want to do that again. I knew that I was meant to be with people in person. A lot of influencers have their online community and they just want to keep it that way. And I love that for them. For me, I am all about like immersing myself in my community in multiple levels. Online, right? Through my newsletter, a little deeper, through video content, through events, through speaking on panels, whatever it may be. Like, I love connecting with people. I'm an extrovert. I love seeing energy in a space. I need to feel it. And so after that event, not only me, but my team, I think we were just like in shock about the energy that was in the room that night. It was life-changing. I actually realized, damn, the pandemic did a number on some people, on all of us. Like, there were so many people in that room that said, I haven't been to anything like this since before pandemic. I haven't experienced this type of like womanhood or sisterhood or energy and support and love and safe place. We created a safe environment. I wish I could have shared some of the amazing things that were said that night. This job as a content creator is not just about making content. Like, this is truly about moving people to a better place in their life. Everyone deserves to grow. Everyone deserves to be pushed. Everyone deserves to be advocated for. Everyone deserves to be shown up for. Everyone deserves to be loved on. And in that moment, I think everyone in the room felt that. The fact that we created that was really hard to conceptualize for me and still is, and which is why I'm so excited for the next one, because I feel like we just scratched the surface. And if that's what we feel after one, like, what can we do with the 10? What can we do with 20 events, you know? April came around, my wedding was right at the top of April. So listen, that meet and greet was over. It was like wedding mode, boom. I remember I wasn't even taking campaigns. I was like, listen, put the brakes on everything. I gotta go and be a bride now, whatever that means.
The train comes down the stairs. I don't see the train at all. Okay, with her up here with the back. Oh, we could do that one. Or you can do it on wedding day. We do it. I think we do
it. Wedding week was amazing. We had everyone come into Dallas. It was beautiful. My wedding was perfect. Perfect in the way that it was imperfect in the best way. It was perfect. I don't even know how to describe it to you. It was euphoric. Seeing my family come internationally, Anthony's family, everyone in Dallas, the energy in the room, amazing, amazing. My wedding was the perfect me coming out as, I am this person now, accept me because I'm not going back. And not that I've like changed or become this new person, but I'm in a new phase of life. The person I was before wasn't as confident. The person I was before wouldn't trust herself as much as I do now. The person I was maybe wouldn't bet on myself like I do now or take risks like I do now. I was very, very complacent. A lot of the people hadn't seen me, right? I built this, all of this in the pandemic. The wedding was a big moment for me, not only as a couple and us saying like, we are these people now, we're starting this partnership, we're moving to this next phase of life, but like, our wedding was paid for by us. That's a big thing to note because our wedding was for us. It was by us. It was meant for us. It was a representation of us. It was not a representation of the families that we came from, point blank. We didn't do what they wanted us to do. We did what we wanted to do, and we trusted ourselves. And not one person left that wedding thinking we did something wrong. Everyone was like, I don't know how you guys did this. But the crazy part about the wedding is that I decided that we should take a 25-day honeymoon to Bali and just say, F it, we're out. But literally, I was like, we gotta go, we out, okay, period. In Q1 at the end of March, I did close 400,000 in deals. So yeah, I'm out, I'm gone, okay? Okay? The middle of the year, all I had to hit was 500K. I can do 100K in my mind. I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna be fine. I gotta go. This is my time, this is my break, gotta leave. Bali had just opened 2 weeks before our wedding, like open borders to US. I got lucky, I was planning this when they weren't even open. I'm psycho. Telling you, I manifest things. I pray on things and I hope they just work out. We did the whole wedding weekend and then we literally left 2 days after to go back to Sacramento. We stayed a whole week in Sacramento. Had another surprise African wedding that my family threw me. That was amazing. But what? The wedding celebrations just kept going. So literally, I went to Sac, I did the African wedding, I came back and I left for Bali in 3 days. My team, I left them in shambles. I literally, this is so bad. I'm gonna tell you the truth though. I didn't know what to do because I was like, okay, I got a lot of things that they could work on while I'm out. Kind of just like emailed them a list of like a million ideas of things that they could do because I want to keep paying my people, right? You know what I mean? Like they're depending on me, so I still gotta pay my people. Looking back, that was a manager growing pain for me. I realized, listen, girl, you really got to get those systems in place. I had to have some conversations and it was on both ends. You know, people slack off a little bit when they don't have, or I slacked off a little bit. It was a mess. Let's just say Bali, it was fine. We survived it. Maybe we survived it. I'm not even thinking about it now, but looking back, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Bali was amazing. My honeymoon was amazing. I'm so glad that I did it. It was the perfect adventure. If you could travel for someone for 25 days, you love that person. Me and him, we can go through whatever at this point. I mean, we were in the jungle. So I came back refreshed, ready to work, and I had 2 amazing interviews. I ended up offering the position to one that I felt was a better fit as far as like longevity, right, in the role. I interviewed these people, I offered the position, and then I took off. Like I was moving around, my team was holding down the fort, everything was good, but I was moving around. And we implemented a sauna, our website got launched, all this stuff started happening, and we really, really made our business neat. Everything just got real tight, everything got real neat. And I was ready for this person to, you know, come on. After that, I went to LA for the Sephora Squad event, which you guys saw that vlog. Then I came back, then I went to the Kiss event in Napa. It just kept going, And so I'm, you know, trying to get this person onto the team. They ended up having a little bit of a situation with COVID, totally fine. I was like, 2 weeks, it's fine, they'll start. Everything was good. I was very excited for this person to start. In fact, I implemented a lot of changes and I was getting ready for this person. I was excited, my heart was in it. But basically, the day of their first day, it wasn't a good fit for them and I just completely pulled them from the position. I always say, if you have a gut feeling, just go with it. I had a gut feeling that this person on that first day, when things started to go down, that I needed to pull the plug immediately. I will protect my team at all costs. After we had one little blimp in March, no, I will do whatever I can to avoid situations that will put us out of whack from what we already have going on. And I knew this one I had to pull the plug. And it was really hard for me because I had made this beautiful gift basket. I had done all these things. I changed so many things to make it comfortable and all this stuff. And people don't know that, right? When they're applying to a job and they let go, they don't think there's that much that goes into it. But I literally put my heart and soul into hiring this person. For me, it was kind of, I don't really know how to say it. I don't know what happened to me that morning. It all started at 6 a.m. When you get a text, you just know sometimes. But my heart was just like, you need to accept this and you need to move on. Like, you gotta move on. You can't let this get to you. This has nothing to do with you. It's not a reflection of you. It's nothing. And it low-key hurt. I feel like I'm only telling you guys about this. I don't think anyone even knows this. Like, you're hearing this first because I've just like kind of like just dealt with it and moved on. But I was ready for this person to start. I was ready to like take this person with me. I was ready to invest in them. They weren't ready. And that's like totally fine. But sometimes it's really hard to like see that and just to like feel like I had so much anxiety working up to this point. And then it was just done. And so it was like, I've been working myself up for like months preparing for this. And then it was just ripped from me. So like, my business is my heart and soul. So I felt it. And then having to tell my team, okay, they're coming into work. They're on their way into the office, and I have to tell them that I just pulled this person from the position, and I'm emotionally not well, but we have a full day of work, and I can't sit with this right now. I gotta move on. That day we just moved on. We just like, I can't deal with this right now. I have campaigns to film. I gotta show up. It hasn't discouraged me from going back. I think I realized, let me do this when I'm more present. I want the interview process to be a little bit more faster because traveling has made that a little bit slower. So I want to be a little bit more present. So no, there's a position coming to my team, AKA y'all. So then I realized, you know what? I have a good foundation. I have amazing people in front of me. Maybe there's some ideas that aren't gonna happen right this second, and that's okay. What I can do is become amazing in what I'm currently doing, and when that opportunity comes, it will happen. I just need to trust the process. That person wasn't meant for me. That person wasn't meant for my team. It's not for me to dive into or think more about. That is what it is. And I was so proud of myself for just accepting it that morning in the moment and just putting my head on and going. We just took a pause completely on that. I just leaned further into my team, and luckily 2 weeks after that, I had been planning this. I didn't mention to you guys, but I started planning this team trip back in March. I actually texted my team in March and said, I think we deserve a team trip. You guys want to go to Miami for a weekend? What weekend are you free? And I literally booked the trip that day that I texted them that. Psycho. Tell you, when I want to do something, I just do it. So in that time, you know what I said? I said, you know what? Shadi has a lot on her plate. She needs to be promoted. She needs to understand how much I know her worth, how much I see her, how much I love her, how much I'm invested in her. So I immediately had conversations about, let's get you on a promotion program immediately. I was so proud of myself for doing this because, again, this is another step that I don't know what I'm doing and I'm just making it up as I go. But I wanted her to push towards something, right? Me and Shay sat down and said, okay, how can we start having her shadow Shay on some work days? Or how can we have her start taking on some of those responsibilities and stepping into new roles and pushing her out of her comfort zone? And to see Sade just level up and just crush it across the board over that month of June was incredible to watch. It just gave me full confidence that like everything is working out. Everything is working out. You're going in the right direction. Just keep trusting in your gut. You're gonna make it happen. We let her know right before the Miami trip, like, you're promoted essentially to community manager. She's our community manager now. She's responsible for all of you. And it was her birthday. And Shayma Ali had 30,000 followers on Instagram. Guess what happened the week of Miami? I hit 800K like a day before we left. God is crazy. Going into that trip and that momentum and like all the things that we had gone through, it was just like a testament to trust in your foundation and trust the process, and like things are really going to just happen the way they're supposed to happen. Like they're not gonna happen how you want them to happen. End of Q2 June, also want to give you an update on where we were. We were at 550,000 in brand deals. So we were tracking well towards 1 million and still are, which I'm so proud of. I'm so proud of my team for helping me get there. I'm proud of everything that comes to that. It's just money at the end of the day, but with money becomes more opportunity for all of us. And so I'm excited that I continue to get to invest into my team and my foundation and my brand. Super, super grateful for all of it. The other thing that we implemented in June was that I started a series called The Roundtable. Kind of happened as a joke because me and Sade were one day sitting and eating, I think, Popeyes, and we're like, The Roundtable, because we were sitting at the round table in my office. And I was like, I like that. I was like, that sounds like low-key like a vibe. I heard the white ladies on TikTok are doing this, so I'm gonna do it with them, period. All right, they said use a little bit of balsamic, just a dibble dabble.
Not a little bit, it was more than that.
Okay, they went in. Tell me.
Yeah, okay.
Go. I'm gonna let you do the honors. Top yourself off, girl. Have a good time.
How much do you put in?
Okay. Woo!
Okay.
Honey, you're gonna die.
Why are we doing this? We can back out now.
If we hate, yo, it's 2 seconds.
It's balsamic.
Cheers. Oh,
I'm scared.
it smells like
Don't smell it. Don't smell it. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If I could throw up, I could vomit. No. I don't even care. I'll put the whole thing in it and we'll chase it. Like, was the ratio off? I gotta know. I'm gonna try it one more time just to be a nice person, I guess.
Nope.
Has anybody successfully said it tastes like Coke?
Oh, 100% they're on TikTok saying it tastes like Coke. Like, they're like, it's like, just think about it. Like, it kind of does, right? Like,
No, bitch. No.
she said nothing.
Denied.
It's kind of like the red table, but the round table, you know what I'm saying? And there's 3 of us and we perfectly sit at the round table. So I was like, I think I want to start a segment with my team. I think it will be good for us to bond. It's something that we can do after work and kind of like giggle and kiki and just like have fun with it. It doesn't have to be anything serious. It also gives them skills, right? Because it's all skills, right? How do we collaborate in a space together, right? What does that look like on camera? What does that feel like on camera? Was a hit. TikTok loved it. TikTok was like, this is great. Y'all need to start a podcast. That's coming. That's coming. I don't know what. I'm definitely dipping into podcasts at some point, but we got on the news, some random, trying some like weird concoction of healthy Coke. It was a whole thing. So not only do I have to always be the one in front of the camera, but like my team is totally worthy of like doing a lot of things that I maybe never even thought of for them. And we can take on things as a group. It doesn't always have to be me, the center of attention. I don't want it to be. Like, sometimes I'm tired, y'all. Sometimes I just want to relax with my girls and have that be the center of attention, you know? And it kind of just made me feel like, okay, I'm really not in this alone again. I'm not in this alone. I don't want to be alone in this journey. So it was really, really cool to see that segment come to life and continue to grow on my TikTok channel. May come to YouTube. If you guys want a round table, you let us know, baby. We'll sit down for something. A lot has happened over the last year. As you can tell, there's been a lot of amazing, amazing moments. In our last vlog, you saw us like kind of breaking down at the end of the vlog about like how much Miami meant for us. And I'm gonna say this again. Miami was the stamp of affirmation that I needed in my life, for my team, for my foundation, for my brand, everything. That trip, although it had nothing to do with paid campaigns or anything business-wise, was everything that I needed. I am moving 1,000,000 miles a second in my job. It's hard for me to be present because a lot of the times all these amazing things are happening to me and I'm super grateful for them, but my brain always thinks like, how am I gonna get through it? How am I gonna show up? How am I gonna do it? How do I get to the next thing? Am I gonna be okay? Am I gonna accomplish this goal? Whatever. And so sometimes, even though all these amazing things are happening to you, you're not there. Your body kind of checks out and you go into like robot mode of like, how do I get this done? Because your mind can't even grasp what's happening to you. And so you're having like this out of body experience. And honestly, a lot of this last year has felt a little bit out of body. Not in a bad way, in a mix of both. Sometimes it's bad and I wish I was like, okay, shut up a little bit. But then sometimes I'm like, don't worry about it, babe, because like you have all this documented. When I was writing the notes for this video, I was like shook. I appreciate you guys allowing me to have this space and share this with you. And I hope that this inspires you. It tells you that you can trust in yourself and you can do hard things. And sometimes like, it don't matter how crazy this goal is that you have, like go after it, please. I'm begging you, you only have one chance at making this happen in a lifetime, right? So whatever it is, like it doesn't matter, like just go for it. And I can't promise you you'll have all the answers along the way. In fact, you probably never will have any. I don't think I ever had any answers. I just kind of went with what felt right. And so trust your gut and don't be afraid to lean on people. I think this year, that's one thing that I did differently than last year, and it's excelled me forward, is that I'm not alone anymore and I'm leaning into people and I'm pouring into people, and it's been amazing. Last year, the second year of my influencer journey, has been everything I needed it to be. I'm so glad that I'm here on YouTube. I love you guys. If you're not on TikTok, what are you doing? We're hanging there every single day, like 3 times a day. And Instagram is where I just kind of vent and act crazy on stories. So I hope you guys are enjoying everything. Like I said, we have an event in Dallas. If you're in Dallas, I want to see you. I want to meet you. I want to spend time with you. I want to hug you. I want to love on you. So pull up, okay? The newsletter's down below. That's where you'll find everything. I thank you guys. I thank you guys. I give you so much gratitude, so much love. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for loving on me. Thank you for supporting me, empowering me. We're just scratching the surface, y'all. We're only 2 years in, so I have no idea what comes next, but I'm so, so excited. And I love you guys, so make sure you like and subscribe, okay? Because I want to come back and hang. That's it for this vlog. That's all I have to say. I'm just very proud of me. And that's it.